Such wickedness cannot go unpunished. Do not hide, my dear. Your beauty shines through. I see you, and I am here. We can't evil-hearted!
No, please, we are innocent!
Take them away!
Grace's heart pounded fast. She was sure the prince would turn away. She was sure she would see fear or disgust in his eyes. The scar showed clearly now, ugly lines across her cheek and forehead. She quickly covered her face with both hands, tears falling through her fingers. But the prince took her hands away gently. "Grace," he said softly, "look at me." She obeyed. He smiled, real, warm. "This is not your true face. The medicine will fade now. Your true face will come back. And even if it doesn't, I still choose you. For your kind of heart is rare, and I am lucky to have encountered you." The prince looked at the crowd and then back at Grace. "Listen to me," he said softly. "True beauty is not in the face. It lives in the heart. People may look at the outside, but kindness, love, and a good heart will always shine in the end. This is the kind of bride I want beside me, one whose heart is beautiful." Grace stared at him. Tears ran down the scars. For the first time in years, she felt seen. Not the mask, not the scar, her. The villagers started clapping again, slow at first, then loud. "Grace! Grace! Grace!" They cheered for her kindness, her pain, her strength. Douglas and Rita were pulled away by guards. The crowd booed them, but Grace did not look back. She stood hand in hand with the prince. "Come with me. No more hiding," the prince said. Grace nodded. She stepped toward the carriage, head high. The mask lay on the ground behind her, like an old skin she didn't need anymore. That same day, she rode to the palace, not as a masked servant, but as royalty. Her heart had won. The mask she once hid behind was left in the dust, and Grace never wore it again. Grace's heart pounded as they reached the palace. Servants bowed, guards saluted. Everything was so grand, so different from the compound where she had spent years scrubbing floors. The prince led her to a beautiful chamber, her own chamber. Silk curtains hung from the windows. A soft bed with embroidered pillows sat in the center. 3 young women stood waiting, their faces kind. "These are your personal maids," the prince said gently. "They will help you with anything you need." Grace's eyes filled with tears. She had never had anyone serve her before. She had always been the one serving. Grace nodded, overwhelmed. As the maids helped her, treating her with such care and respect, she realized something. This was real. Her life had truly changed. The very next morning, the palace hall filled with people. The king had summoned the entire court and invited villagers to witness justice. Word had spread quickly about what Douglas and Rita had done, and everyone wanted to see what would happen to them. Douglas and Rita were brought forward in chains. Their fine clothes had been stripped away, replaced with plain rough cloth. They looked small and afraid, kneeling before the great throne. The king sat high above them, his crown gleaming, his face stern. Prince Emeka stood beside Grace at his side. Her face still showed the scars, but her posture now straight and dignified. The king's voice thundered through the hall. "Woman, step forward." Douglas shuffled forward, her chains clinking. "You took a motherless child into your care," the king began, his voice heavy with anger. "Her father trusted you. He believed you would love her as your own, but you twisted that sacred trust into poison." The crowd murmured in agreement. "You deliberately caused the accident that scarred her face. You applied medicine not to heal her, but to keep her wounds from healing. You rubbed poison into her skin week after week, month after month, year after year. You did this out of jealousy. You hid her beauty because you feared your own daughter would be outshone. Douglas began to tremble, her head bowed low. You turned her into a slave in her own father's house. You forced her to wear a mask and told her she was a monster. You stole her dignity, her hope, and her future. The king's fist struck the arm of his throne with a loud bang. Such wickedness cannot go unpunished. He turned to Rita. And you, young lady, you are guilty as well. Rita's tears fell like rain. Please, Your Majesty, I